So thank you all. And I want to thank Christina and Yun Ying Lee, Miss Lin, that's what you call her, Miss Lin, and for the amazing work that they have done in putting this together. And what is it? Yesterday, we spent about 2 hours just discussing the couplets. This is going to be a fantastic program. I so much enjoyed learning so much from the two of them. So I thank you both again. And now please welcome Christina Shi. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. So I'd like to introduce my teacher. She actually was my Chinese teacher from when I was 5th grader in Chinese school. And now she's a famous painter and calligrapher in Taiwan. She just did the calligraphy work for the presidential house in Taiwan. How does it get any better than this? So I'm going to share now the screen for her. And so she can start talking.
大家好，我是台湾林云英，今天很高兴要跟大家来讲写春联、迎新年。也许现在讲呢，你觉得已经过了我们的 Lunar Year， 但是呢，没有关系，每一年都有一个农历年，所以呢，我们现在慢慢学还来得及啊。
Yeah, thank you so much for coming today. Even though we already passed the Chinese New Year, but every year there's a Chinese New Year, and this is a great preparation for learning about the couplets.
非常感谢Christina 呢帮我做英文的主讲人，非常在这里呢也谢谢 Joan 呢Library 给我这个机会，能够跟大家呢来谈一谈怎么写春联啊。
Yeah, thank you so much, John, for having us, and then thank you so much for Christina for translating and organizing. And today we are going to learn how to write Chinese New Year couplets to welcome the New Year.
Okay, next page. 下一页，好，再下一上一页。我们今天要讲的主要内容呢，是讲春联是怎么来的。春联它有一个家族我们要来做介绍。然后呢，我们大家比较熟悉的是传统的春联。那今天呢，我们也要介绍一些创意的春联呢。那么你看了呢，你就会知道每一个人都有潜能可以发挥出来的。所以我们就会大家一起来写写春联，试试看。
Yeah, today we are going to learn about the origins of the spring couplets, the different forms and family of spring couplets, as well as appreciation of traditional couplets and how the creative couplets nowadays. And then we will learn together how to write couplets and see that even beginners can do it. And I'm going to share with you some results from my past events.
Next page. 好，首先简单介绍一下书法，中国的传统文化。在这里呢，不能够很详细的做解说，但是将来有机会呢，我们可以一一把不同的书体来做比较详细的一个介绍。那么现在简单的让你先有一个概念，就是我们的书法呢，有最早的甲骨文。然后呢，放在这个铸铜器的写的都是经文，然后就发展到最漂亮的篆书然后到了官方他常使用的隶书，这个呢，优点就是能够知道内容写的是什么比较清楚，不像篆书，篆书呢它有一些符号然后呢我们到那草书呢，就好像我们人在跑 啊，就是他会把它有连绵带笔这样子写，这个的优点是比较快速。那么楷书就像一个人呢，站得规规矩矩的站在那里，所以它的法度比较严谨啊。行书就像一个人呢在走路，这是我们的书体。
Okay, so today, even though we don't have enough time to discuss in depth about Chinese calligraphy, I would like to introduce you just briefly about oracle bone script, brown script, seal script, official script, cursive script, regular script, and running script. And as you can tell, the running script looks like they are running, so there are like different speed of the characters. And so these are all fonts through the history of Chinese history and how they were developed. And for example, the oracle bones were carved on turtle shells for divinity, and the bronze script was carved on bronze bronze vessels for offerings to God. And then the seal script and official script the fonts were like straight and like standing, versus the cursive script is started moving, and the running script is super fast. It's very artistic.
好，我给大家看一下中国使用的呢，这个就是毛笔啊，这是毛笔。这个呢，里面有黑黑长条的，就是砚啊，然后呢圆圆的那个就是砚台啊，这是我上次去美国讲座的时候，你们都看过的啊。那么这里没有时间多讲，所以我们继续先往下看。
Okay. So she just showed us the basic the tools for Chinese calligraphy, which is the brushes, the inkstone, and paper. And last time she already came once to our library in person for Oracle Bone Chinese calligraphy workshop, and we all used it together. Yeah, and hopefully we can enjoy it again.
好，我们现在进到主题来。写春联是一件很有趣的事情啊。比如说，以前我们有一个状元叫翁同龢，他就能够一笔呢把这个老虎这个字呢就写出来了啊。那么我们除了用墨来写以外呢，我们也可以用金色的来写啊。
Okay, so it's writing Chinese couplets is something very, very interesting and entertaining. For example, here you can see in the left side, he was able to write the character of tiger in only one stroke. And here in the right, you can see the red couplets in golden ink, and it means dragons fly and tigers jump.
Yes. Next page. 好，现在呢，我们来听听春联的故事啊。那么最早的春联是中国传话里面说有两个神，这两个，一个叫做神荼，一个叫郁垒。那么他们守候在桃树下呢，就是碰到有恶鬼、有坏人呢，他就把他抓起来，然后就丢给老虎来吃啊。这是最早的一个春联的传说。
So the earliest legend about Chinese couplets started it was about a big peach tree on Duoshuo Mountain in the East China Sea, which stretches out to the Ghost Gate in the northeast. And Shentu and Yulei, they were both gods who inspected under the peach tree. And when they saw evil ghosts harming people, they would tie them up and throw them to the mountains to feed the tiger.
那么为什么要有桃树呢？因为桃树是一个辟邪的仙木啊。那么他拿了2块板子呢，我们把它放在我们的门上面。我们看 next page， 我们来看看下一页。
Okay, so the ancient belief that the peach wood is is the wood of the west and the fairy wood, so which can suppress evil spirits and ward off hundreds of ghosts. And therefore, during the Chinese New Year, everybody will hope to start the new year safely, and they will hang 2 peach wood boards by the door to avoid the evil spirits.
好，我们最早的春联呢，叫做新年纳余庆，5个字的啊，佳节号长春。那么现在我们这里呢有秀出来一个很有名的书法家，他写出来的，他用厚重的隶书写出来，看起来应该是很吉祥、很讨喜的。
Yeah, so here we can see the very first Chinese spring couplets, and it was written around 964 years AD, and it says New Year's Day celebration, great festival calling for permanent spring.
中国人很重视新年。那么宋朝王安石呢，他写了一首诗，他说“爆竹声中一岁除”，你看就看到这个呢，我们就是万象在更新了啊。那么这个爆竹呢一点燃就代表新的开始。当然了，现在我们环保，我们就不可能再听到这个爆竹声了啊。好，那么这个时候呢，就把旧的春联呢，我们就把它卸掉了，换了新的。那么什么时间我们换呢？我们通常在除夕，因为除夕那一天呢，我们要除旧布新了。
Yeah, so here she's mentioning about a poem called First Day by Wang Anxi from Song Dynasty, and he wrote, "A year old is removed by the sound of firecrackers, and the spring breeze brings warmth to Tosu. And thousand households always change old charms for new peaches." And in this case, it's talking about how the old year is leaving and the new year is what we are welcoming the new year. Therefore, the day before Chinese New Year, people will remove the red couplets from the last year and glue on the new couplets on their doors.
在中国呢，有一个皇帝，就是明朝的时候呢，叫做朱元璋，他非常爱写春联。所以我们用红色的纸来写，是从那时候开始的。那么这个皇帝呢，还曾经叫全京城的人家里都要贴春联，他要去看。那么他真的去看了。那有一个杀猪的这个从事这个行业的人呢，他很忙，那么他也不会写春联，他来不及叫人家写。皇帝看到说：“你家怎么没有贴春联呢？”皇帝就帮他写了。这个皇帝真好，而且呢是做了一首诗他说：“双手拨开生死路，一刀割断是非根。”这是什么意思呢？就是说他是专门在做阉猪。所谓阉猪呢，就是像我们现在说，如果以人来形容的话，就是结扎，就是你不再生了。那么他呢，就是专门因为猪一胎都会生好多个小猪，那么他不想让它再生了，那么他就要把它阉割掉。所以他就说双手拨开生死路，那么这个一刀割断了他的是非根，这个就是这个故事的由来。
So she's telling the story about an emperor in the Ming Dynasty who loved to write spring couplets, and we know that the spring couplets started to be written on red paper since that time. And one time he ordered that the whole city be everybody have to put on the red couplets to welcome the new year. And so and he would tour around the city to take and to read and to enjoy all the red couplets on people's doors. And then he came up to a butcher, actually a household whose job was to castrate pigs, and they didn't have any couplet. They were too busy and they couldn't find anybody to write for them. So the emperor actually stopped and wrote them a poem for them for their doors. He wrote, "With both hands, break open the road to life and death, and with one knife, slit off the root of right and wrong," which means that he's celebrating this family whose job was actually to do, let's say, reproduction control to the pigs. So again, with both hands, break open the road to life and death, and with one knife, slit off the root of right and wrong. So the art of the couplets, also the art of poem, and the people would be mentioning this as a great story, also of his, let's say, his mercy. And then the traditional writing spring couplets has been passed down to the present.
我们春联大流行是在清朝末年的时候，那么那时候还传到日本去，所以日本有一个叫夏永宽次的人呢，他就编了一个《中国春联集锦》这一本书。
So at the end of the That Qin dynasty, the spring couplet became a great fashionable thing, and so Japan also imitate that. And there was in the Japan, Mr. Shimonagaku, he edited the Chinese Spring Festival couplets collections book.
好，下一页。好，这是春联的家族。我们通常中国人呢，在过年的时候会在门口呢，它两边的柱子或者是墙上呢，会贴上这个叫对联。那么对联有5个字，有7个字。它的最右边呢叫做上联，它最后一个字呢，是仄音。那么左边是下联，最后一个字呢，通常是平音。
So here we are seeing the spring couplet family, and we start from seeing these are the 2 couplets. It's a poem of 2 parts. The first line would end with low tone. So for example, here 一夜连双岁, it ends with an accent, versus, and then the second phrase is 五更分2年, and it goes up. 年 goes up.
好，我们贴在门上面的呢，就叫做门心啊。那么通常这个是2个字，那么贴在上面的呢叫横批啊，横批。那么通常呢都是对联加横批，这样就是一个很完整的门联了啊。
So and then we also have two pictures of, let's say, 2 couplets
on the door.
On the center of the door, and usually these are only 2 words, versus here the long one is usually 5 to 7 words. So here are 2 words, and then there are 4 words here on the top, which is like the title of the couplet, and it's called the horizontal one. And sometimes when you put three lines, the horizontal, the left and right, that is a complete spring couplet.
好，我们也有小斗方啊，那么通常都是放在家里呢，比如说我们的米缸呢，我们的冰箱呢等等。那么我们希望它里面有很多很满，代表你有很多财富的时候呢，都会贴上比如说像满啦，像春啦，或者是像你的福气呀，你带来了幸福啦。贴福啦等等。
So the other form of spring couplets is a square one, and then you do it this way, like a diagonal, and you put it on, for example, on your container for rice, and this it says full. So you are wishing your rice bucket is always full. And for example, you can also put blessing. And so you can use these ones to decorate your house, on your fridge, to wish you're always full of food, on your rice containers, on any corner, to ask for more blessings and luck.
好，下一页。好，这个呢，就是我们再把它整理一下，让你看得更清楚。我们有对联，有横批，有小斗方、大斗方。那么今年是虎年呢，就画了一个虎呢，让你知道我们也可以用画图 放在斗方里面，像这个就是啊，然后你旁边再加字啊，也是一个很创意的春联。
So she's saying here we have review again. So the couplets is a couple of long lines. In here are 5 to 7 words. It's a poem, and then on top there's a title, which is 4 words. You may have one big square. You can use also a small square for only one character, or you can also use them to paint. Like here, this is my teacher's Miss Lin's art. So you can also do it creatively with a tiger sign, for example.
好，这个就是我们可以看得更清楚春联的贴画。
And here you can see even better how they are glued on the door to decorate.
好，那么在这个大门上，我们常常贴的呢，比如说迎春、接福，或者是今年呢应景的话，我们可以贴虎虎生风。
So these are the couplets for the center of the door, which only have 2 words. And here says, welcoming the spring and the receiving good fortune. And here, for example, it's about the tiger year. So it says, good luck, lucky tiger. And here says, producing abundance.
I just want to interrupt. Somebody asked a question on the previous chart. What is the long horizontal one at the bottom?
老师，他们在问这个长长的下面的是什么？
下面的这个只是把它说，这个你可以利用这个长的把它横过来，写7个字，拿上去贴横批。横批不一定4个字，也可以7个字。对。
Okay, so it means that sometimes people, instead of doing the 4 characters for the top horizontal line, they can also use this same paper and repurpose it for the top line. So it could be 4 characters or 7 characters.
Thank you.
好，再下一页。好，那么我们对联呢，不一定是7个字。有的人呢，家里房子比较大，也可以写8个字、10个字、12个字、14个字、17个字等等等等啊，在中国大陆是可以看得到的啊。那么这个小斗方呢，我是告诉大家，今年虎年，那么是中国生肖里面的第3个生肖啊，老虎。那么老虎在天干地支里面用的是这个寅字啊。那么如果中国人他会写中国字，他会写这个。可是如果你在海外啊，在国外，你可以写西洋的2022，那也是一个很可爱的表现。
Okay, so the couplets usually are 7 characters, 7 words. A poem of 7 words, but they could go even longer. So in China, we actually can see like even up to 14 or 21 words. They can be as long as they want. But usually it's a poem of 7 characters. And then you can see here there's a picture of tiger that Miss Lin wrote in the back. I have here one. And here is that this is actually the year in Chinese. But if, for example, this is for America, we can just use the alphabet number.
OK， 下一页。好，那么这个横批呢，刚刚讲了，我们可以写4个字，春节快乐，也可以写7个字。那么也许有的人说我信的是天主教、基督教，那么我们呢也可以写主事一门平安福。那么这个也是一个吉祥话。因为我们春联写的都是吉祥话。
So these couplets contain blessing words. And for example, these are drapes. It could be 4 characters saying Happy New Year. Or it could be 7 characters. And then this one, for example, is for a Christian family. And then it would say God gives the whole family safety and peace and the blessings.
好，所以我们的这个春联的内容是不受限于一定要什么内容，只要是吉祥话都可以的。
Yeah, so there is no limit to what can be written. They are just poems, almost like haiku in Japan. So they are poems. You can write anything you want, and they are just blessed. They are all blessing words.
好，下一页。好，这个是斗方，是比较常用的，也是大家最喜欢写的啊。那么写春联，通常你要去写大家一看就懂的字，那么比较容易被接受。比如说像这个福啦，像这个满啦，啊，像这个喜欢的喜啦，啊，美丽的美啦，
So these are squares, and it's only one word. People like this very much, and she said that usually people would choose words that everybody know, and the font that people can read easily, so people know what is written there. Some fonts in Chinese, the modern Chinese don't know how to read. So for example, this one, it says good luck, and then here it says like full, abundant, like overfilled. And then this one, it says beauty, and this one, it says joy.
这两个春联有什么不同呢？你看得出来，这个就是把它变成菱形来写，这个是正方形的，这个是菱形的。
Yeah, so the only difference between this one and this one is the angle, how you put it. It can be square, or you can make it like a diamond.
好，下一页。好，我们写春联刚才是一个字，那么我们可以把2个字、3个字、4个字结合在一起。比如说，我们来看看这个上面单独一个字是日，然后再来一个日呢，就是日，就是每天。然后我们写了一个有啊，那么有下面再加一撇一个弧儿钩呢，就变成看见的见，然后再把有的这边的背部加上一个财，就是这个财产的财啊，旺财的财，那就变成日有见财，这是大家所喜欢的，你每天都看到钱，很高兴的。
So people really like this one. First, let's start over again. So for this square, you can also combine characters. And then in this one, it's a very creative combination using similar parts of the Chinese character. Chinese character is like Lego bricks, and they have come like same root. So for example, here it says every day. So 日 is every day, and then here it says 有 means half. Half, adding these 2 little tails, it means to see. So every day you do see, and then here all this together means money. So see money every day. How does it get better?
我们也可以把它变成长方形的啊，这是长方形的来写啊。
We can also make a rectangle one.
像现在圈起来这一个呢，你就可以看得出来，它是一个宝字，然后这个背这边加一个财，就是财产的财，这个财加上这边是一个招啊，然后下面是进，所以我们就是一个成语招财进宝。
These couplets, it says 招财进宝, which 招 is inviting money to come to the treasure. So this part is the top. Let's say this part means treasure, and then this part combining that part means money, and then this part with this part means to welcome, and here is to enter. So welcoming money to enter to your treasure.
Okay, just interrupting again. Somebody left a message in Chinese, and I don't know if it's relevant to what you're talking about. So if you could look on the chat function and see if it's important that you want to address now.
Yeah, so if I was reading this and then she just wrote the whole thing in Chinese. She was able to read it. So this is very interesting because for example, I learned with Miss Lin how to read this. Otherwise, like as kids, we don't know yet this. So these are very ingenious way of combining Chinese characters in one picture.
我刚刚看到有一个人写招财进步，不是进步，是进财，财产的财啊。
招财进宝吧。
对，他刚才有一个那个好，
哦
那么我们也可以用画图的方式哦。你看看这个菱形的，上面画了一只老虎，然后下面呢写了一个虎，虎符。那么虎跟虎同音。那么福的意思是富有的富，所以你会很富的意思，就是你会很有钱啊。
老师是虎符还是虎富？
虎符
是福气的福
这
哈。
是福气，嘿，这个是福气的福。
So this one is a picture of a tiger and the oracle of blessing, and the tiger also has this very similar sound to fu, which is actually means riches. So blessing of riches.
好，我们下一页。
Yeah, so Chinese also works a lot with words of same sound or similar sounds.
好，那么有时候也许你会看到它不是红色的春联，那它代表什么意思呢？它代表他家里有白事了啊，他就不方便，但是他又想讨个吉利，所以在第一年呢，他就会用蓝色的纸来写，第二年呢，用黄色的纸来写，那么第三年呢，就可以开始又用红色的纸写了。
And sometimes you see spring couplets that are not written in red color. That is because someone in the family has passed away, so it's not convenient for them to use red color. And then the first year, in respect to the person who passed away, the first year they will use a blue paper. The second Chinese New Year they will use a yellow paper, and then finally in the third year they can start using again the red paper.
好，下一页。下一页。好，那么我们来看看写春联不一定用什么书体。我们刚刚讲过，最早的是甲骨文，我们也可以用甲骨文来写。你看这个甲骨文多简单，1、2、3、4、5、6，一圆，2合，3阳起，4时5伏，6合春。你其他的字都不要学，你就写1、2、3、4也是很棒、很漂亮的。
So for example, in this one, she's sharing you can use any style of Chinese writing to do the Chinese couplets, the spring couplets, and in this case, you can use the oracle bone script. And here you see So, and in here you can see that this is number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6. And even if you can just write the numbers, that is okay too.
好，比如说我们刚才看过的符，这里又出现了啊。好，这个符呢，它就是一个供桌呢，它以前古代的人都会祭祀拜拜，问老天，今天我可以去打仗吗？今天我可以结婚吗？今天我可以去种田吗？等等我可以出门吗？那么右边这个呢，好像一个酒瓮，有没有？这个酒瓮呢，以前的人呢，这个有酒是代表福气所以呢，他供桌前面摆了酒来祭神，是最高的诚意。这个就是福气的福的字的来源。
So here, here you can see here the character for blessing in its oracle bone script, which is the first Chinese character script. And here you see this is the table of offering, and here is actually a vessel containing wine. So you are offering wine to God. And the people in the ancient China, they would be asking God, oh, is it today a good day? Actually, they would be living in questions. So they will say, oh, is it today a good day to get married? Is it today a good day to go on the war? Is it a good day for construction? So they were constantly asking God, is it the right time? It's a auspicious time to do whatever they are planning to do.
好，我们下一页。好，这个是隶书，就是比较正式的一个官方他使用的文字。那么隶书的特点呢，它是缠头燕尾啊，缠头燕尾在这里呢这3副对联都是很适合陪家里，或者是像这个呢很适合读书人那么这个呢很适合呢这个比较写诗啦，有那个怡情赏物那么大家呢都会去用不同的内容来表达你自己是在做什么的比如说你是做生意的啦，做学生求学问的啦等等。
And this one is it's called official clerical script, and you can see that they have long line, and then it will end in tip like a wing, okay, and they will have different poems. So they will be, for example, one is suitable for a student, one that is suitable for a poet, and then one that is suitable for a collector. So like a person who likes to collect things, let's say a museum, a person who likes antiques. Okay.
好，这是楷书。那么通常春联写的最多的是用楷书这种形态来表达，因为大家一看就懂那么这个也都是写的都是吉祥话。
And this is a regular script. Usually spring couplets are written with this script because it's very easily readable. People can easily read what is written, and these are also different poems, all very poetic and with good blessings. It's a good intentions for the new year.
好，那么有的人家里比较小的时候呢，他就没有地方贴那么长的对联，那么这时候呢，他会写的呢是4个字的像这个恭喜发财，就是常常每年都你会看到的或者是呢吉庆有余好。
And here, when somebody in their house is smaller, so for example, you don't have that much space, they may choose to have a spring couplet that has only 4 words. And here, for example, talk about riches and the flower bloom. And here it says wishing, congratulations, making a lot of money. And this is gong hei bat cai that everybody knows in America. And here it says lucky celebrations always have more than enough. And this one is 近月远来，老师要解释这个。
就是很高兴有朋友来的意思。
So this is welcoming your friends to come with welcoming friends from far away to come, and that brings you a lot of joy.
在这里呢你看到这个春联纸上面有一点点，这个是金色的。以前的春联是没有这个，那么现在科技进步了，所以呢，大家就是会在春联纸上面呢会有创意的表现。那么这个叫做撒金撒金。那么你约略可以看到它下面有圈圈那是因为呢，他怕你这个位置走样了，所以呢，他就稍微给你一个这个叫瓦当圈圈叫做瓦当，给你一个定位表示你定位，说你在这里写这个字，这样子你写出来的春联就很漂亮了就不会挤在一堆。
So these are, as you see, these papers have like golden flecks, and then these are actually modern rice paper. The ancient rice paper, they didn't have this technology. So, but nowadays, modern days, we can add golden details to the rice paper. And also, if you see here, like there will be underneath, there are circles of pictures to make it easier for the calligrapher to write all the words centered.
好，这个是用行草书来写的啊，因为有一点难度，所以呢，我们以后渐进的课程里面再教大家怎么辨识，怎么写啊。那么行刚才讲过了，就好像一个人在走路，所以呢，它的速度没有那么快。那么草呢？草就好像一个人在跑步，但并不是表示它的速度快，而是草书通常它会有连笔或者是简省笔画的地方，比如说这个声音的声，那么它就用连笔带过。这个耳朵，你看，它就这样子就表示了啊。好。
And here we are appreciating different styles. One is the running script and one is the cursive script. And so 行书 is this one. Is in Chinese means 行 means walking. So the one that we see also on the last slide, they were straight and square, right? But here you can see that there's already a movement and like walking. And then you can see here, this is a cursive script, and they kind of line up, and they kind of going using only one stroke to make it even faster. And so it's almost like if the character are running. So there's a movement in the strokes. So we will have, I hope that in the future we can have more, we will have others talks to explain more about this art.
好，这个是篆书，也是中国文字里面最美的书体啊。大家都很喜欢用篆书写的，虽然有时候你会看不懂或者是猜它的意思，但是呢，因为这个篆书的篆字跟赚钱的赚是同音啊，所以大家呢很喜欢说用篆书来写一个财啊，你赚到钱啦写一个福，你赚到幸福，你赚到福气啦所以这些都是篆书的美。
So this style is called Xia script. Xia script actually is from Qing Dynasty, and it's called in Chinese 篆书. Because 篆has the same sound as making money, like making money, receiving money. So people actually really like to use this style to write their spring couplets, because it has an extra connotation of receiving even more money through just the name of the font. And even though it's harder to like it's not as easily readable as the one before, like Li Shu, but people really appreciate this style.
好，下一页。好，那么这个是我们老虎这个虎字，它在中国文字怎么样演变过来的？那么这个是最早的甲骨文。那你会问我说，老虎不是在地上走吗？为什么会把它写它的脚朝这边呢？因为以前的人他看到老虎呢是要爬树趴在那个树杆上，大概他想捕捉的东西爬到树上去了，所以呢这个字的来源呢，它就这样子脚朝这边了好。然后慢慢的到了经文，我们放在这个顶上面就会用像图像这样子象形字，春秋战国，然后到了小篆 这是隶书，这是汉代的虎字，就慢慢成型，到最后现在通用的一个楷书，就这样子写。
So this is the evolution of Chinese character. Now we are going to start talking about the character of tiger. And starting from here, you can see how it used to look like in the oracle bones in the very first, when the civilization of China was born. And these were the first pictograph. And then eventually became this, which is Jingwen, that was used on the metal, like forged on the metal vessels. And then this, it became this, and it kept evolving. And coming back, if you see here, this was original tiger, and it remains, this will be the mouth, the tail, and then it kept evolving until what it is today.
你可以看到甲骨文里面，这个是它的牙齿，这是它的耳朵，这是它的眼睛，然后这是它的身体，上面有纹路，这是它的尾巴，这是它的脚。
So you can tell this is very super cute. The tiger has its ears, its mouth, its paws, and then its tail.
好，下一页。好，那么如果我们把以前的这些象形字呢，变成我们春联纸上面要写呢，那么非常简单。今天呢，我们会教你，就是它的横线或者是直线，都是从一个点到一个点，你把它拉在一起，就变成一个线条。所以呢，你要来临写呢，是很容易的就是点到点变成线条。
So today we are going to practice writing these characters, and we are also going to learn some oracle bone character of the tiger. And it's actually quite easy. You just have, as long as you know how to connect from point A to point B, and then you're making a line, and then making curves, you can write Chinese character.
好，下一个。好，那么像这个呢，我们也可以写虎年行大运。把这个虎字呢，你看这像它的背部纹路，然后把它的尾巴拉长然后再把年行大运，这样子就好像一幅图画。
This one is a very creative and artistic spring couplet. This one is actually the picture, the character of tiger. These are the stripes of the tiger, and this is the long tail of the tiger. And then it says year, so tiger year. 行大运行 is walking with big fortune.
好，下一页。好，我们也可以做创意的。刚才我们看到的都是传统的比如说中国人很喜欢钱。好利五级，好利有钱比如说老虎的虎如果我们教外国人，我们上面写了很容易，然后下面可以加2022，就变成虎下面的这个部首字。我们也可以画一个老虎，我们也可以只画尾巴 Happy New Year 这样写，也是属于创意。我们今年呢，在屏东呢就有专门做这个老虎尾巴送给大家。在元宵节的时候呢，都装在自己屁股后面
Okay, so this is so what we have seen until now. They were traditional couplets, and from now here we are going to appreciate creative couplets. And for example, this one is using actually Taiwanese dialects. So Hu is a tiger, but in Taiwanese is Ho, and Ho also means to allow. So allow you have more money. And then these are creative one by children. Just even you can just make a painting of the tiger. You can make a tail of the tiger. You can write Happy New Year and 2022, and that is a couplet too. So you can do all sort of designs on your paper.
好，那么通常呢， 会写一个符贴在家里呢，表示你一年呢都会很好运。
Yeah, usually people really love this character, which means blessing, and it means that for the whole year you're going to have good fortune. So you are setting the intention for that year.
好，下一页。好，我们创意的春联呢，不受限格式、内容、题材啊。像这个呢，我们也可以把绘画结合。像这个刚才看过一个虎字呢，然后你再加上这个其他吉祥话。那么通常我们春联是不落款的啊，除非你是当做艺术品啊。如果是当做实用加你要贴的，通常是不落款的。那么我在这里呢，找出来一些比较特殊的给大家看。
So for couplets, you can also use color inks to make art, and this one again is a character for blessing. So this is the table for the offering, and then this is the wine with offering to God. And so this is asking for good blessings and good fortunes. And here is again the tiger, the long character with the long tail. And here we see many examples of famous and very interesting couplets. The important thing here is when the couplets is used for practical uses, like it's actually decorating your house, you don't really put your signature. You don't sign your signature here. It's just a decorative couplet. Yeah.
好，这个也一样是用创意的啊。我们来看看下一页，因为
老师，那这里就有盖章。
这个是他要给人家当做收藏品，他不贴的。他因为是一个很有名的名家写的，那么人家把它收藏了。
So in this case, this one has a seal and has a signature and dated. These couplets is for collection. These are very valuable. It's by a very famous calligrapher. So these couplets are worth a lot of money, and the people don't use it to decorate, but as a private collection.
好。那么这个也是创意的春联啊，我们除了单字以外，也可以图字啊，就是结合在一起。那么你画这个，比如说画老虎呢，你看可以竖的，可以斜的，可以两个在对话的啊，非常有趣。那么这里画了5只老虎，代表五福临门。
And then in this couplet, we are seeing the combination of pictographs, and the Chinese characters. These are actually oracle bones script. And here we see 5 tigers. Tiger is hu and fu sounds very similar. And I think that it's because of the Taiwanese pronunciation actually. It's the same sound in Taiwanese pronunciation. And means 5 blessings arrive to your door. And here we can see a beautiful display of the tigers. They may be playing, they may be standing, and they may be talking to each other.
好，下一页。
老师要不要讲一下春啊？
春就是草长出来一年的开始，这个是根嘛。
Yeah, and this character is so pretty. It's actually the character for spring. So here, this is a picture of the sun. And this is the soil, and this is the sprout with a very long root. So it's the grass growing the root first, and then this is the sprout, and this is the leaves. The grass. So that is the word for spring. Everything is sprouting.
下一张，再下一张，时间不够了。这个再下一张，这是庙里面那个，这也是图。再下一张。好，我们也可以运用在红包袋上。中国人的习俗呢，长辈都会给晚辈红包啊。那么我们也可以在红包袋上做这些创意的变化。
So we also use we can also write Chinese calligraphy on Spring Festival couplets. I mean, on these red envelopes for the elders will put money to give to the children, and you can use Chinese calligraphy to write blessing words.
再下来，一样的啊，再下来，这是单字的练习啊，可以去练习。再下来啊，这个都是一个把它整合在一起的啊。像这个虎虎两个字一样的时候呢，你就可以把下面第二个字呢用2点来代替。这个是虎虎啊，虎虎有生气啊，就是虎虎有生风的意思，很有精神，生意盎然啊。那这是年年，也是每年。因为2个字都是同样的字，所以这个也是点2点啊。年年皆佳期，佳就是一个人字旁，一个这个假日的假啊。那么期是星期几的期啊，期。这里要特别告诉你的是，重复字的时候可以这样表现。
So in this one, actually, because you are saying that the word again, like who, so the second character you can just do an abbreviation with only 2 dots, meaning that you are double the character. So tiger, and here's year and year.
好，下一张，再下一张啊，我们可以用图啊。好，这个是欣赏啊。
Here we are appreciating famous Spring Festival couplets by famous calligraphers.
我们在这个春联纸呢，也可以做创意的变化。我们看刚才上一张哦，这个你看，不是 ，next one， 再下来，哦，对，这个就是老虎的花纹，有没有看到？刚才
这一张吗？
不是上面那一张。哦，这个有没有？你看到上面跟下面都画了金色的，有没有？福气长存，富贵春。好，这个就是我们做一个创意的变化。今年是老虎年，就画了虎纹。
Wow, so cool. So she's saying that, for example, here, if you see clearly, you can see here and here. You can also they added stripes of tigers, meaning the tiger year. So. For decoration for the couplets.
好，下一页。再下一页啊，这个以后你们慢慢欣赏。这是我出去教学的情况哈。
This is Miss Lin. She has been teaching in many places. She has also been invited by the SUNY College to upstate New York, and here she's writing for event in Taiwan.
好，
And this was in Sun Ye. This is Sun Yixin, Memorial Hall, and it was a very big event where she taught how to write couplets.
再来下一张，再下一张。好，这个是。这个是很有名的老师，那么他很热心教学。这些小朋友呢，其中有1、2个人才学2个月，他就会写春联了。
This is a very famous teacher in Taiwan who loves to teach, and these are some students with just 2 months of instruction. They are already able to use their brushes and write couplets.
好，这是每年办活动的时候呢，这些小朋友都是得奖的啊。那么他们也来写，这个大概70乘70很大的一个板子啊，上面写吉祥话，跟大家分享。
Yeah, and here we can see children who are winners of calligraphy contest. So they are invited here to participate in an event for Chinese New Year.
好，下一页。好，这是从来没有写过书法的人他们的成果。这个大张的是每一个人在上面呢，把他学到的呢，写了一个字 啊。
And here, this is an event that I organized for people who never wrote Chinese calligraphy. And as you can see in this one, every person contributed writing one character, and they did a group creation, a group art.
好，下一张。这个是不同的书家写在板子上，然后呢，每一个人写一个字，把它串成了一句这个对联啊。那么这里呢，刚好我拍到了是有2个对联啊。
In this one, in this event, every calligrapher wrote one character, and then they combined everybody's characters into actually 4 phrases of a poem.
好，下一页。好，今天时间如果不够用呢，你们可以跟 Christina 在这个图书馆学写字啊，因为我怕你们时间有没有限制？
应该很快啦，没关系啊。
很快没关系哈。那现在呢，我请 Christina 来教你们写春啊，因为比较难的字呢，留给她再来教。但是你们先要有一个概念，不要怕，就是点到点你就拉成一条线了啊。好。
So here we are going to write. You guys have already received the PDF from John. So you have the paper if you print it out. And Chinese calligraphy is, if you know how to connect from point A to point B, you can write a character. And so let's start together.
I just want to, they just received it about, an hour ago. Okay. So not everybody has it. And there might be 3 people who do not have it.
Okay.
So that would be, and just so everybody knows, we are purchasing some paper and you will be able to get it at the library. I will email everybody when it comes. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm reading also the comments. People are feeling, Raymond said that he feels inspired now to brush up on his Chinese.
I know, people are very excited.
And so we're so happy to see Bob. Hi, Robert. Hi, Bob. Yeah.
那么我们的线条从 A 到 B 拉成线条以后呢，它只要有长有短的变化，你仔细的观察，你就可以写出来。我们来试试看春天的春，好不好？
Okay, so before that, let's remember the Chinese character usually goes from left to right and up to down. Okay, that's the stroke orders. And you can see some short lines and then some long lines. And here we are going to write the Chinese character for spring.
好，那么我们写横画的时候呢，如果你要往右边走的横画呢，那么你必须要先往左边一点点，然后再往右边啊，就是你必须呢，你要往右边。右边，我这个箭头，这个右边，你必须一点点往前面啊，往前面一点，往左边一点点，然后再拉回到右边啊。对，好。
Okay, so if you have a brush, in order to make the start of the starting point of the line a rounded way, you should start from advance a little bit further, then come back, and then go there, and then come back. So you can have like a very nice beginning and a stroke.
竖也是一样，直也是一样。你要往线条往下走呢，你必须先往上一点点，然后再下来。
Yeah. So next time when we actually have a brush teaching class, you can learn. And Miss Lin taught me calligraphy when I was younger. And then so she said that when you go down, you don't do this. You don't just. You actually very slightly you make a circle with the brush and you then push it and then you bring it up. Okay, so there's the art of how you manage your brush.
好，春天的春呢，这里应该是这样子连着过来的。那么为什么我把它分开？因为你第一次学，我怕你呢一开始就歪掉了，所以呢，我要告诉你的是。你一直写到这边呢，都是直的，然后慢慢再斜下来啊。
Okay, so let's work together. Ready? So a line, a center line, a long line, and then from the center you go up and down, and then from the left a little bit space, and you make a curve, and with a same distance you make another curve, and then you write the sun. So the sun is a square, so make up and down, make an L, a reverse L, the center line, and then you close the square. There you go. It's chun. Chun means spring.
Right.
Chun. Okay, give me now.
好，再示范一次好吗？给他们看。
Do you guys want it again? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, left to right, and then left to right, left to right. Center line down up here, and then from a little space, leave a little bit space, and then a curve, another curve, then the sun. So it's a up and down, reverse L, center, and finish closing the box. That's spring. Okay.
好，我们到下一个字老虎的虎来试试看，好不好？
好。Now let's write the word for tiger in Oracle script.
好，我们来写老虎的头啊，这是它的牙齿啊，就像你写一个 A。
So here, let's start writing like an A for the head of the tiger. This is the teeth, the head, and the teeth.
然后把这里接起来，就是一个 A 的字了，有没有？
And then you add this, like the eye, that looks like an A. I hope everybody are writing on that on the paper.
它的耳朵，这是它的耳朵啊。
This is the ear, she said. This is the ear.
好，然后这里再接起来，对。好，接下来我们画它的身体，这是它的背部，这是它的腹部。你先画哪一个都可以啊。
So let's write his body. You can write any way you want, but this is the back and the front part. So this is the back and the front part of the tiger.
好，再画身上的纹路。
Now I'm going to draw his stripes.
然后画它的尾巴。
Let's draw the tail.
然后画它的脚。
Let's draw the legs.
你先画哪里都可以，只要你记住有它的头，有它的身体，有它的尾巴，有它的脚，这样就能够象征性的表示虎这个字，因为它是象形字，所以你画出来它就是一个虎。
So the pictograph is very forgiving. You can start anywhere as long as you respect the picture, and the tiger has actually a head and a body and the tail and the feet. You are successful. Very good.
好，接下来我们再来看一个正确的一个虎字，如果你要写出来怎么写啊？好。我们也是利用了横画跟竖画来。
And here using just horizontal and vertical lines, you can write the character for tiger.
好。
So let's do it. Left to right, left to right, and then here a curve. Again, left to right, and a curve, and then down here, going up and down. Reverse L, and then from the top you align a long line going through the whole thing, and that is tiger. Cool. Yeah.
Did 大家都学会了吗？
Did everybody did it? Let me see. Anybody comment?
Yes, I'm getting comments on my email. People are doing it because they have the slides, And we're also getting people joining the Chinese Conversation Club already.
Okay.
My emails are getting
very
they're
busy.
coming in fast and furious.
Okay, so here again, right? So just so you can see how you constructed it. Chinese character is really fun to write. It's just putting strokes together and you make a character, and it's a drawing, and it can be artistic. It's very a lot of freedom. Okay, next.
这个是把2个字结合在一起的。你不一定要照我这个画，你可以把刚才你学到的虎呢放上去，然后呢再来写一个胡字，你放在任何一个地方都可以，不一定要照我这样子，你可以自己去发挥，这个我们留给你们自己去创作，好不好？
Okay, and this one you can do it on your own. You can draw the same tiger you draw last time, or you can copy this one. And so this one is a tiger, and this one means blessings, which is the offering to God. So this is a blessing, and they have the similar sound in Taiwanese. Okay.
好。有什么问题呢？你们都可以跟这个John馆长联络，或者是跟 Christina 联络啊。希望今天呢你学到的是有趣的春联啊，以后有机会呢我们可以再来一起学习中国字啊。中国字是很有趣，它是有来源的。
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming today. Please write your questions if you have any, and always feel free to contact John and contact Christina for any questions you have. And I look forward for more events with Chappaqua Library introducing the art of Chinese characters and the calligraphy.
非常谢谢 John 跟 Christina， 非常谢谢你们。
Thank both of you. It was as interesting as it was with our 2-hour conversation yesterday. So I just want to invite everybody. You should have received a while ago the slides, and it has a review of everything that Christina and Miss Lin talked about, and of course the workshop at the very end. And Christina was kind enough to send me a link to purchase paper. As soon as I get the paper, I will email all of you and tell you how to come to the library to pick it up. And I urge you all to join the Chinese Conversation Club. We've already got some members because I've been on my phone looking at all the emails coming in. There were lots of wonderful thank yous from the community. So Miss Lin, thank you very much. And Christina, thank you. I think you're going to show us something else.
Yeah, so I'm going to share with you Miss Lin's creation. So let me stop sharing.
Yes, that would be good.
And I will bring this to the library.
Wait, I'm going to put you as the first, so it's bigger. Oh, that's a tiger.
Yeah, so here's the tiger, the golden tiger, and Happy New Year 2022. And we will, John, I'm going to bring some to her Miss Lin's artwork to the library, so you can give away as prizes to our participants. It would be like a lottery.
That would be wonderful.
Who gets this one?
Thank you,
I am
everybody.
sure everyone will be thrilled. I mean, who doesn't want an extra blessing for the new year? We all do. Miss Lin, Christina, thank you so much, and thank you all for coming. This has been a wonderful program, and we will do many more of them, including a hands-on brush workshop together. So it will work out.
Yeah, and we do look forward next year all together. We can write couplets ahead of Chinese New Year.
Right.
And so you guys can all decorate your house and also the library with Chinese couplets. How does it get
Absolutely. I'm sorry we had to cancel the program, but it was a COVID problem, so we couldn't. So I look forward to all of you having a wonderful and healthy and successful new year.
Yeah.
And we will see you all again at the library. I put my email on the chat function, so if you have any questions, please email me. If you want to join the conversation club, please email me. If you didn't get the slides, please email me. So thank you all again, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Thank you so much, and happy Tiger Year.
Yes, happy
Thank
Tiger
you.
Year.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.